Happy Wednesday, everyone. It's live stream time. I'm teacher Annie, and joining us today in the studio, we have teacher Leanne and teacher Ricky. Virtually, we have Susie and Caledonia and Dove. How's your week going? Did you do anything fun over the weekend? Leanne, did you do anything fun over the weekend?
You know, this weekend I lied pretty low. It was sort of funny, but it was pretty out, and I got up every night in the middle of the night to look out so I could see the full moon, because it was pretty.
Nice.
Yeah. So what are our tulips doing? You guys speak up and let us know what's going on in your world.
Today, we're going to be talking about custom bouquets for weddings and elopements. So in addition to owning Floral Sunshine, a full-service floral design business, I also co-own Elope in Portland, which we do lots of elopements around Portland. We have a photographer and an officiant, and our goal is to provide high-quality elopements, which means like high-quality flowers as well. Because a lot of times with elopements, people just kind of throw things together and go for it. And we just believe that everyone should have a nice, beautiful wedding.
How long have you been doing the elopement side of things? I think you started that before COVID, didn't you?
Yeah, we actually did. It was right before COVID in 2018. And it started small and then it just blew up. It was like crazy. So I think elopements are really fun because we get to make bouquets, which I think are kind of like the frosting on the cake when it comes to wedding flowers. I mean, centerpieces are beautiful and whatnot, but the bouquets are just like so special, and like we get to make custom bouquets or of the colors of the flowers that our clients want.
So now, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. Look.
Do you like my pile of white flowers?
But you know, it looks great on camera. It just looks like almost a table runner.
This is a table runner. Well, I'm going to start out by making a garden natural bouquet in a monochromatic white palette, white and green. I would say like there's a few different styles of bouquets that we typically make. We have like a classic round that is more maybe like old school, if that's like a technical word. It's not. But there's round, and then there is garden natural, which is kind of in the middle of the road. And then we have like a wild boho option. Of course, there's many other types of bouquet options, but these are maybe the main ones that we encounter. I did ask Ricky to pull some pictures up for you to show you what like the garden natural style looks like that we're working on. I tend to like color, but for example, we're just going to do white today on camera. But you'll see some photos. And then the other style that, or I guess what I was going to also say is sometimes our clients want something really simple, and sometimes they want something really elaborate and elegant. So I also had Ricky find some, or I gave Ricky some pictures of bouquets that we've made in the past of some simple bouquets that only have like 3 types of flowers. The first picture you'll see is a monochromatic green, and it's just like green. It's done in a modern tropical style, so green anthurium, green grevillea, and tropical leaves. And then the other one is a spring bouquet, purple tulips, purple stock, and blue hyacinth.
Okay, so you didn't tell me you were going tech savvy on this.
Yeah.
This is too cool. You came in with your own professional photos. You're showing us all up. I'm impressed.
Thank you. We just love bouquets. They're just so fun. So what is everyone else doing? What is the crowd saying today?
Well, Victoria wanted to make sure to let you know that you were brilliant and creative to do the elopement niche. And you might want to expand upon that a little bit, because as people are coming in, they may not have heard at the beginning how you got that going and your philosophy on that. And then as I look through, the other question that has come up, which is very appropriate in the middle of this particular bouquet, is what is the favorite white rose that everybody uses in their wedding work?
Oh yes, I definitely have my favorite, but I will just keep my mouth shut and see what the crowd says.
Oh, they want to know if you will name the flowers you're using.
Oh, okay, yes. Yes. So we have local white dahlias. And then we have that mystery white rose. I will tell
The
you.
mystery rose.
The mystery rose, I know what it is. Another mystery white spray rose, which is also a favorite. These two are my staples. These are from my yard. Oh, hello camera, here we go. They're just really neat, and they have these like fuzzy stems.
Is that phlox?
It's not phlox, but the tiny little flowers really resemble phlox.
Okay.
I think they're called, okay, I'm not even gonna guess. Maybe our audience might know.
I'm gonna look up one that I think it could be, but audience, tulips, if you know the name that bloom, that's our concept, name that bloom. That would be nice, because we are not naming it correctly.
Because I didn't plant it, it just kind of grew.
So it's a weed.
No, I think it was, well, I live in a very old house. It was built in 1910. So the garden is very overgrown and needs some attention.
Well,
Oh, and there's some white veronica.
I just Googled it, and I think I might know what it is, but I'm gonna wait to see if they tell us, because
Okay.
they know better probably.
Sounds good. And I'm using some really pretty Gunna eucalyptus. This time of year, it seems like it's really hard to find the pretty stuff. You have to really dig. Oh, and there's this other thing that I asked Leanne. We weren't sure what this was either.
And that one, I have no idea.
It's like baubles. We're
It's
gonna call
so
it baubles.
cool. So Martha said it might be white campion.
Oh yeah.
C-A-M-P-I-O-N.
I think I have Googled that at one point, but I wasn't sure.
That's what Roxy over on YouTube has said as well.
Well, then I'm gonna say that's
It's
probably
probably the
it.
winter chicken dinner.
That's right. Okay, so white campion. Huh,
Campion.
interesting.
Now, if somebody could figure out what these are, that'd be cool. So what did they say are their favorite roses? White roses.
So far, I have
Ready?
avalanche,
Okay.
mondile,
Okay.
playa blancas,
Uh-huh.
and that's all because I got distracted by the white campion.
Well, my favorite rose, this one, is Playa Blanca.
Playa blanca, and that's what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It sure is. They just seem to be really nice and sturdy, and they have a nice petal count.
Do they hold well?
Yeah, they hold very well. Kind of like the mondials. The mondials hold really well as well too. So I'm just finishing this up, and I was going to talk about like what people thought of, like what do you envision when you think about an elegant bouquet? Like, is there a certain type of flower or a certain type of shape or style that would make you think that that's a elegant bouquet versus a casual bouquet? I have some thoughts and I have some notes, but I thought I'd do a little survey first.
So we've got a couple more roses coming in. Lisa
Okay.
said that spray rose is a snowflake.
Yes,
rose.
it is. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, good job, Lisa. And then, I don't remember where I saw it now, but somebody listed a keto as the white rose.
A favorite.
Oh, and Tibet's.
Okay. A polo I know is popular. I don't tend to like it. It sometimes just falls apart, but it kind of depends on, I mean, it does open really well. So here we are. I'm going to use some of this waterproof tape. I prefer to use waterproof tape. I know there's lots of different options out there.
Connie is with us and said when she got married in a December month, doesn't note the year, but December, she had a cascading bouquet of winter greens with no flowers and very, very elegant.
Okay.
And I just printed her certificate. She is one of our newest FBI certified floral designers, graduated just today. So,
Congratulations.
yay, Connie.
Connie. So I'm going to show you a quick tip and trick. When you start taping, just tape like a couple rounds so that it's secure and tight. And then what I do is I flip the tape, and you create your own double-sided tape this way. Work your way up a little bit. And that way, when you put your ribbon, which I have here somewhere, table's dirty. Okay.
You've got a few on the mend. Lori just had foot surgery today, is watching with her foot elevated. And Sherry just had surgery a short time ago and is recovering on her second week while she watches you. So this is the healing hour of flower therapy.
This is flower therapy. I'm your flower doctor. You're welcome. Okay, so the trick I have is sometimes when you put your ribbon on your stems, it slips. So this is the way to keep it from slipping. So I'd go about halfway and then work your way around. And
When you showed me that the other week, I was quite impressed. I thought, how come I never thought of that? So cool.
I don't know where I picked it up, but I've had somebody else recently tell me that that's one of the best tricks they learned from me. So that was
That's a great
very cool.
technique. I'm impressed.
So I have like my little box of pins. And I like the little pixie pins. I don't know if you guys have these, but oh, you can't see it because I have to hold on to it. They're really short. They're probably, what, an inch?
Oh, little baby pins.
Oh yes, they're so much easier to put your pins in and not have to encounter as many stems. Just hold it, the ribbon together. So what else is going on out there?
Well, they're answering in with their flowers for the bouquet you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Orchid seems to be one of the strongest, then callas,
Okay.
roses, and ranunculus.
I'm just pulling up a rose that slid down in the middle. I know, seems like I'm being so harsh to it, but I'm really being nice. I'm just gonna trim all these to the same length. maybe with a bigger cutter.
They are pretty much loving that bouquet.
Ah.
Absolutely in love with it.
Oh, here's a close-up. And then Ricky will get beautiful pictures tomorrow. Oh my goodness, I can't do this. All right, so let's see here. So we just finished the Garden Natural bouquet. We wanted to kind of talk about like custom bouquets and what kind of custom bouquets have you made for your clients? I have some thoughts of some cool ones or weird ones that I've made, but I'd love to hear what other people have made.
They would love to see one more shot of that bouquet, if you would hold it for a second. That went a little fast and they're paying attention, yeah, just so that they can sort of see that one more time.
You want it in the camera?
Yeah, oh yeah, that looks beautiful, and they can see it, yeah. Ooh, and a close-up shot too,
Yeah.
oh my God.
I know, Ricky is so magical over there.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you. Let's see. Put my ribbon back.
Carrie over on YouTube has a question for you.
What?
She wants to know, when you take cuttings from your yard, do you often run a test trial with them to see whether or not they're going to last in a bouquet?
I do, or like to see if they last out of water too. Sometimes if we're doing a waterless, foam-free design like on an arbor, we've cut things and tested it, way in advance, just so we know.
Question about pricing on the elopement. Do you have like set package prices, or do you bid it out separately? Do a whole consultant, just kind of, do you have some thoughts on how you do the elopements?
Yeah, we have packages. What was sorry?
Just basically if it's like a preset pricing, or if you do a full consultation.
Yes, it's a pretty turnkey package. So we just have set packages. In Portland prices, and then to the Gorge, which is about less than an hour drive, and then to the coast about an hour and a half drive. So those are our most popular. Yeah. So look at this beautiful smoke bush. We are so lucky we get this crazy textured tree here in the Pacific Northwest. I don't know if it's available in other parts of the country. Do you know, Leon?
I believe it is, because I've
How
seen
big
it
these
on
are.
the Flora Abundance website, and
Oh.
so they ship anywhere. So it has a limited season, but it is so beautiful. It looks great on camera.
Yeah, so this is the first thing I bought for the boho bouquet. Excuse me, I think I'm gonna cough. There's a lot of fuzzy things here in the studio that make me feel funny.
I know. The joys of allergies.
Yeah, so this was one of the first textures that I bought for our boho wild bouquet example.
It looks like it grows all over. Debbie has it growing in Alabama, Lori in Illinois, Sherry in Vermont. So it does sound like it's relatively abundant.
Nice. Okay, I guess before we move on from I was asking about what makes a bouquet luxurious or elegant. I think we talked about a little bit of that, and then I was also thinking a lot of times it's bouquets that don't have a lot of greenery. Bouquets with all one kind of flower, like maybe all white roses or long calla lilies or cascading orchids. Ricky has a example picture that she can show you of like a ballroom wedding that we did, and no greenery, beautiful roses, hydrangeas, and just very round and shapely.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I like this piece. Look how like great that would be for like a base of my boho bouquet. And then this is part of a shrub that I cut from my yard. I think I'm going to like, no pun intended, or maybe pun intended, marry them together and see about hiding some floral mesh in it as well. So I can make a big, beautiful boho bouquet. What does boho mean to our tulips out there? Because I have kind of my definition in my head, and I called like 3 of my peers this morning, and I asked Leanne, and everyone kind of has a different definition.
Well, let's see what answers they give us.
So I'm going to hide this floral mesh that I made. It's not very big. It's probably 4 inches, 5 inches. We're just gonna snug that in here in this little nest. I'm kind of getting ahead myself. I actually should be prepping my products right here.
Well, you're getting some great answers on how do you describe boho.
Okay, tell me, talk to me.
And let's see, okay, so I've got non-traditional,
Okay.
open, relaxed, wild, muted colors, textured, touches of whimsy,
Ooh.
unstructured movement.
So many good words.
Loose and airy, unconventional makes a statement, earth tone, free form and flowing with unlikely pairings of materials. So you're getting
Ooh.
great answers
Whoever
here.
said that just spoke to me. That like, I love unconventional pairings of materials. Ricky, can you show them the pictures of the boho bouquets? Thank you.
So there's been several people that have popped on here that I know will be joining. Teacher Michelle, Teacher Dove, and myself. And Tulip Sandy's going to be there, and Tulip Michael is going to be there. But we'll all be in Orlando for the AIFD meeting, and I know there's going to be so much wedding related there. I cannot wait to see. Oh my gosh, look at your pictures of boho. You came so prepared. I am at awe.
I'm a visual person. I like having pictures, and look at this.
That's beautiful.
Toffee roses, they start like this. And you just do a little twirly twirl. This doesn't always work on all flowers or all roses, but works quite well on these roses today.
More definitions, loose, romantic, unique.
We have another mystery foliage that I wanted to find out if anybody knew what this was.
Red says hello,
Hi, Red.
and they're liking your pictures. Yeah.
So I found this at the flower market today. So went into the flower market today and was like
Could it
thinking,
be related to Atroplex?
maybe.
Huh. Don't know.
And I was trying to find inspiration on 3 different types of bouquets to make today. And one thought I had was, well, this one I'm going to call Beachy Boho.
Cress, C-R-E-S-S is what they're coming up
Okay.
with. Is that penny cress?
I would say I've bought it before, what pennycrest, and it looks different. Maybe there's different varieties. This has like little tiny white flowers that are emerging. So for the beachy boho bouquet, I'll go over the materials before I just start putting them together. Sorry about that. Amateur hour here.
While you're pulling out your materials and getting ready to do that, a question for all you tulips. I know I've seen some of the names and I've been kind of reaching out, and some have said, Alma told me she's gonna be there. But if they could chime in, let me know who I will be seeing in Orlando, and then make sure and stop by and see me. I'll be at the industry showcase. I believe it's on the 2nd, and I want to see you and get a picture with you. So put your names in here so I know to watch for you. I want to know who is going to be in Orlando.
I'm trying to make sure these flowers are on screen so that everyone can see them. Is that good, Ricky?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You know, you're doing quite well with the little flat lay routine.
Yeah, it's like, so these are really cool. They're Monarda?
Monarda. That one I know.
Okay, sounds like a disease, but Monarda. I have a case of Monarda.
Okay, so Scott got it. A lot of people said crest.
Okay.
And he narrowed it down to Persian crest.
Wow.
And I just looked up the picture. Scott, you're the winner.
Wow, what does he win?
Chicken dinner.
Yeah.
But you gotta cook it yourself.
The glory. So I was at Flower Market today looking for cool stuff to put in this boho bouquet, and they definitely exceeded my expectations. So, what do you think about this color palette? It's pretty different.
So the Monarda is also known as bee balm, B-E-E-B-A-L-M.
Okay, yeah, I think I've heard that before.
And we have a lot of people coming down with a case of Monardia.
Oh man. Sounds like malaria or something. Okay, I'm gonna go over materials shortly. I mean, I know we've touched on some of them, but let's see here. Breaking these so that I could get the most out of each part. All right, so this will be a test. Just kidding, for me. So we have some sea holly or eryngium in green thistle, all kinds of names. Am I missing any? Eryngium.
Green thistle, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I know, it's such a cool, I mean, this is my beach inspired boho. So I have raspberry and blackberry. Don't ask me which one's which. They came from my yard. Some 9 bark that is kind of not very dark. It's kind of that medium color.
So the question is, when you're doing your bouquets, how far in advance do you feel like you can make them?
I think a few days. Depends on the flower type. And like how manhandled they are.
There is that.
There is that, yes. And then there's Nigella with the dark centers. I don't know if it must have a different like variety name, but
Oh, we had
Do we
a
know this
tulip
one?
on last week that knew the exact variety.
Ah.
If you're out there, speak
Okay.
up again and let everybody know. They grew it, and I can't remember.
okay. Then we have Limonium, Misty. We have your Toffee Roses. Of course, the Monarda. And then remind me what this is called again.
Cress.
Cress.
Persian cress.
Persian cress. Okay. And we have smoke bush and garden shrub. All right. So I'll get started here.
Scott wants to know if most of your clients come with a style in mind or waiting for you to help them determine the style.
Scott, I would say most people have kind of a style in mind. They just may not be able to verbalize it. So I always ask for some pictures or some thoughts, like descriptive words. How about other people? What do other people typically experience?
Cheryl from Wheelhouse says that boho is her absolute favorite.
Yeah. Let's see.
They're loving the textures.
It's so fluffy. And then I do plan to put some pampas grass. I picked these. I picked them. No, I picked them. Wired them, I guess.
Do you have any tricks for keeping it from shedding?
Yeah, hairspray works really well, but you can't overspray it because then it'll flatten. But I didn't treat these today, so they're whimsical.
So far, people are saying that their clients come to them with tons of pictures and Pinterest boards.
Okay, yeah. I would say the same as well. So I have a piece of floral mesh in here, and it's sitting on top like a nest. And some of my materials will go in it, and some of it won't. And it's just kind of, I don't know, use your discretion. See what feels like it needs to be more in the center or more angled. And then what can kind of still support and cover and hide your mechanics.
So we've got a question from earlier, I don't remember who asked it, but they were asking, do you find that the market for elopement weddings is really big compared to like your traditional wedding?
You know, this year, we really are finding that we are getting a lot more elopement business than our regular businesses. Yeah. I think it's a little bit because of the economy that we're experiencing, and then a little bit of just the uncertainty of an election year here in the US. I know there's not, different people from all over the world. Yeah, where's everyone from today?
You've got a very diverse group again. It's
Okay.
all over the world. I started making notes of it and then I had to
You're
quit
like,
because
okay.
I couldn't keep up.
Fair enough.
But
They're
it
from
is-
everywhere.
It is virtually every state and literally dozens of countries. So
Okay.
Some of the people are watching you while they're sitting in bed. Some are watching while you're having dinner with them.
Oh, yum. What's for dinner?
That's a good question. What's for dinner, people? Fill it in. Everyone
I wanna-
has something.
I want to know what Leanne's having for dinner. She always has the best dinners.
I don't know what I'm having for dinner tonight either. It's always a
Okay.
surprise. Oh, we've got the Bahamas just popped in.
Ooh, that's a place I've never been. Would love to.
We had 2 students last January from the Bahamas, and can you imagine coming to Portland in January?
Oh gosh, I would probably cry a
They
little
were
bit.
freezing.
Yes. So
Lauren
these.
says she's having more brides that come in and say, we need this week.
Oh,
Or some even
yes.
this afternoon.
Okay. That's
Last
definitely
minute.
different for retail, right? So we don't do that. I don't do that, I guess. But that's great business.
Robert is saying he loves your design. People
Oh,
are
thank
just
you.
all over that color and texture.
It's really
Good
different.
materials.
It's really different. I guess I pretended to be the client for this one.
For those that come to flower school in September, there happens to be a smoke bush
Ooh.
just down the road that we find sometimes needs a little bit of pruning.
Oh.
But we try to do it in the middle of the night.
Oh, even better.
You know, I think I have one in my yard you could come and trim up.
Oh, sure. So I don't need my yellow vest? Okay, cool.
You and Anna with your little security vest to go
Yeah.
out and pruning.
This blackberry is like Velcro and acupuncture at the same time. Ouch. Definitely would need to let your client know that there are some hazardous materials in his or her bouquet, and maybe sign a waiver. Just kidding. Not kidding. Okay.
Well, it seems like YouTube is in the mood for seafood tonight.
Ooh.
They're chiming in with teriyaki salmon and shrimp fajitas for dinner.
Yum.
Ooh, yummers. And nobody on Facebook is having dinner. It doesn't look like. On
Too
Facebook,
early.
what's for dinner?
I want to hear about some of the unique bouquets that people have been asked to make. Like, I would say one of the weirdest, well, not weirdest, but unique bouquets I was asked to make included mushrooms. They wanted me to, not like psychedelic mushrooms, but, you know, just mushrooms from the store, like shiitake mushrooms and different mushrooms. I want to hear some stories. Anybody have any?
I haven't seen that. I finally have one person on Facebook who's having leftover street tacos.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
and here we have carne asada salad.
Oh.
Ooh, and spätzle with cream sauce.
Right, so
Ooh, coconut curry shrimp. Oh my gosh.
well, seafood's my
Okay,
favorite.
now we're back at it. So seafood is you. I love it.
And I have so many other types of greens that are at my disposal to also add. So this is going to be really full and lush.
I'm kind of amazed that you've been able to get all of that material in there and it still looks organized and fabulous. It's not just a hot mess.
Thank you.
Chicken kebabs and Korean ribs.
Ooh, yum.
Sherry's husband has been serving up dinner because she's still in recovery mode.
Yeah.
That's why we keep those mims around.
We've got one answer to your question. Rose
Yeah?
Study shared that she had a client who wanted artichokes in her bouquet.
Oh, awesome.
And then Connie is wondering how you were able to kind of make the mushrooms work inside of the bouquet.
Oh, I definitely had to wire and tape them into little picks or little wired.
Robert answered your question. He had two brides getting married and they owned a dog rescue.
Okay.
So they had to incorporate dog treats into their bouquet.
Oh my goodness. How did the dogs not want to chew on that?
That's what I was thinking. Oh my gosh.
just love these flowers, these nigella.
It is spectacular.
What do people prefer for themselves? To hold a big bouquet, little bouquet, understated, or statement piece?
Okay, big, little, or statement, that'll be good. Oh, here's Lisa had a Disney bride who wanted her bouquet in the shape of Mickey Mouse.
Oh boy.
Had to wire 3 bouquet holders together for the ears.
Oh gosh.
Well, one answer, small.
Okay.
In response to Anne, yes, Chef David's listening, and
Hello,
I'm
Chef
sure
David.
he'll have it under control. That is the rule in our house. Keep Leanne happy, keep her fed.
Yes.
Oh, we got more answers. Big boho, statement, and big.
I'm trying to see what this looks like. It's hard to see when it's in your face, literally.
We got statement, and then big, and cascade.
Okay.
More big and colorful.
For a while, we were getting lots of requests for cascades, but haven't lately.
And we have some that are being the flower police. You can't have a little bride with a big bouquet, and somebody else says it has to be proportional. And me, I'm like, hey, can you ever have too many flowers?
Right.
Go big or go home.
Yep. I think big is. I mean, when else do you get to like carry giant flowers and, you know, parade around?
You know, I'm impressed with, as you're putting that together, how the handle is still a manageable size.
Yeah, it's not a tree trunk yet.
Not a
You would
tree trunk.
think, because there's so
That
much
was a
going
lot of
on.
stuff, but it was such
Yeah.
full stuff that it works.
Thank you.
Nope, here's another cascade 53 years ago. So we had a cascade 47 years ago. So do you have any secrets with 9 bark? I find that it wilts on me many times.
Oh, really? I don't know. It does bend a little bit. I don't know. It seems to be okay. We'll have to see tomorrow. I would also probably, you know, hit it with some crowning glory.
True, that's sort of like the magic elixir.
Yeah. It's a lotion for the magic anti-wrinkle cream. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
tomorrow is Robin's 43rd wedding anniversary.
Wow,
And
congratulations.
she would want a Cascade Vespo style now. Oh, and Lori had a Cascade 41 years ago.
Nice. I'm gonna put in some grevillea because it reminds me of, I think somebody, it might have a nickname of like fishbone or something, right? Or fish.
Oh, yeah, it kind
Something.
of looks like that, doesn't it?
So this is the beach inspired. I know, I'm a total dork.
Beach-inspired boho.
All right. Gonna have these extend a little bit more out because to create more drama. Switch this one. Trying to think of some other unique bouquets that we've made. We had a Harry Potter wedding one time, so it was more like a color palette.
Amy had a big bouquet of peonies and sweet peas.
Oh, gorgeous.
And Lori's wanting to know if anyone has ever designed a bouquet that had real crystals or quartz in it.
Oh,
So let's see if anybody has. Tess said that she did a bouquet with fishing stuff and with flowers and
Ooh.
lettuce.
lettuce.
I know, I'm like, whoa.
That would be maybe challenging to keep fresh. Maybe.
Victoria had a Cascade 28 years ago. We have long-lasting marriages in this bunch.
Okay. Now it is getting a little bit big for I do have smaller hands to hold, so I'm gonna put some tape. Oh,
And it's down.
this is why we don't put things in our mouth, but we still do. And this trick you can still do. Go around a couple times, flip, make it double stick. That way when you start putting your greenery, it doesn't budge as much. Okay.
Harmony did a bouquet with roses and brooches.
Oh yeah. Ouch. Acupuncture.
Doug did a bouquet similar to Lady Diana's, which that cascade
Ooh.
was amazing, with 14 bridesmaids.
14.
Yeah, that's what I said, 14.
That's 10 too many. I mean, wonderful.
Monica did a small bouquet with little diamonds in it, and it
Okay.
made it just sparkle. You might want to back up just a little
Oh.
bit so that you're centered in the camera.
Thanks, Leanne.
Back up that way.
That way.
There we go, yeah. I guess scoot sideways.
This is my first time.
That gets the bouquet centered and they can see
Okay,
better.
that's true. Thank you. So plumy. You know, I was debating, I have some bunny grass here, but you know what? This is a statement piece. Where are we going with the pompous grass? Plumes.
So back to the pampas grass, Joe wants to know your secret for keeping it from shedding.
Well, it's not shedding. Look, it's like magical in here. It's like an allergy commercial. I would say hairspray. Do a little hairspray. Leanne, do you have any tricks besides
That's
that?
what I do too, is hairspray.
Okay,
And the thicker and heavier, like Aquanet from the 80s
Yeah.
is what you're looking for.
Perfect. Sorry, I keep going that way. I don't know why I want to go that way to the other
Now that
side.
you are getting that close, they were shocked they wouldn't think that you could get all those flowers in
Oh.
there, and look at that, you sure did.
Most of them.
So, two things. One,
Yes.
we've got about 10 minutes, so
Okay.
if they want to ask questions, they need to get the
Okay,
questions in
questions.
there now. And then Scott did have one question. If this was the bouquet, what would you do for the boutonniere?
Oh, then I would use the little bunny grass and some thistle. I don't know. I mean,
That
any
would
of
be
these
cool.
elements would be lovely. Okay. All right. So I think I'm gonna wrap this bouquet up, literally.
That is exquisite.
Thank you.
So So we will definitely be getting great photos of these tomorrow, and we'll post them in the Tulip Bunch tomorrow afternoon, and then throughout the weekend, get it moved over to all the different social channels, so you'll be able to look at that. So you're getting lots of hearts and lots of love on this.
Thank you.
You are an artist, and I agree.
Thank you. All right. All right. So we're going to move on to some more color, vibrant color. I have some heliconia, ginger, like little ginger. These guys are really cute.
We have fabulous, gorgeous, amazing, love it, beautiful. The bouquet of the party.
It's a party.
Outstanding. So you got some love on that one.
Thank you.
People, if you loved it, share it out. Spread the word. Let people see what Teacher Annie from Sunshine Bouquets can do. Sunshine Floral.
Floral sunshine.
Floral sunshine.
Something with sunshine.
Floral sunshine. So yes, Annie shares her time at the school, and then Floral Sunshine is her own business. So spread the word. Let people see the beauty she creates.
I'm just prepping some lily grass loops and getting the flowers out that I think we're going to intend for this bouquet. I love working with tropicals whenever I can. It's just, I don't know, they just speak to me. They speak to me.
What did they say?
They say, play with my flowers and put me in a bouquet. I want to go to a party. And then I just think that it's really great to mix the tropicals with temperate flowers because there's no rule.
Thanks, Caledonia, for putting her link in there. That's grand. And Monica, yes, it's Floral Sunshine in Portland, and you can see where the link is included in there. And then, Susie, if you could add Floral Sunshine's link into the YouTube channel, that way everybody can spy on her.
Or on Instagram. Instagram is probably a little bit more up to date.
Then
Sometimes.
if they come to class in September, they can have you live
Yeah.
in person.
Come to class. Portland's awesome.
September in Portland is beautiful. It truly, September and October both are just gorgeous months.
I've lived in Portland almost my entire life, and I cannot imagine being anywhere else. I mean, you know, to live. I travel and enjoy things.
But it's so nice to be literally halfway between the mountains and the beach.
Exactly. That's the best. Just trimming up these tropical leaves to make them a little bit more interesting.
YouTubers, if you haven't done the thumbs up yet, I did. Did
Before and
you?
after. Okay, got some pieces.
And Susie's got your link in there now too, so you are covered.
Thank
Yay.
you. Thanks, Susie. I'll trim this guy down a little bit. Look at this beautiful tropical foliage. It's so nice.
Your table placement looks like you're a pro and
Wow.
you've done this forever.
Thank you. All right. I don't know what variety of rose this is, but it's just so red, orange, perfect, vibrant, crazy pretty.
What was that, red orange?
Red orange. It's not red and it's not orange. It's red orange. But some kangaroo paw just for a different texture. Some hypericum berry. If we had more time, I would do more fun leaf manipulation and cool stuff, but
Guess we're gonna have you back.
yeah. Or come to flower school. Teach you all kinds of
We
stuff.
teach a ton of that in the advanced course.
Look at this fun status, kind of a muted, it's not yellow, it's not orange, it's a muted yellow orange. We're so silly here. We're so silly here.
It is kind of nuts, isn't it?
Yeah. So I wanted to remind our tulips that we won't be here next week for live stream, but we'll see you in a couple weeks. And Leanne mentioned that Leanne and Teacher Leanne, Teacher Michelle, and Teacher Dove will be in Orlando. So if you're in Orlando, you should give them a holler. By holler, I mean hard time.
They want to know if you have a style of bouquet there, what it would be called. That's not boho, evidently, because you already did boho.
Right, this one, I don't know what this would be called. Vibrant tropical mix, temperate,
Tropical zest.
tropical zest, tropical party.
They want to know if it would be going in the flower cooler.
Oh, I don't think so. I think that all the materials are pretty hardy. The roses are hardy. And yeah, the tropicals we don't want to put in the cooler. So I know, because sometimes you have to kind of weigh out what goes and what doesn't. What's more important. All right. We're looking pretty good here.
That's beautiful. The colors are great on camera.
I just have to remember to show everyone what I'm doing instead of keeping it to myself. Pop a rose in the middle. It's kind of an afterthought, but it needs kind of a rose right in the middle. What do you guys think? So much color.
They're loving it.
Thank you. I might do some folds and some regular leaves straight up. maybe some of these. We're running out of time here, so I will finish this bouquet and Ricky will take some beautiful pictures of it and you'll be surprised tomorrow.
Thank you, Annie. They loved your presentation. They can't decide which bouquet they like better, and you wowed them with all three, so.
Ah, thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for all joining us today. And if you celebrate 4th of July, happy 4th of July. And we'll see you in a couple weeks.